Hi everybody, and welcome to
Tumor
Talk!
I have NF2 and I was diagnosed 10 years ago. So I was diagnosed pretty late in life. I was 30 years old when I was diagnosed. And since my diagnosis, it's 10 years later, not disclose my age. And I've been very lucky that I'm still hearing out of one ear, but I do have total hearing loss in my other ear. So just kind of living day to day, and I'm curious to hear a little bit more about your stories.
Yeah, absolutely. I have NF2, just like you. Kind of a similar story. 10 years I've been diagnosed. And I got hit in the head with a volleyball, went in for an MRI, and they told me I'd be deaf by the time I graduated high school. I was 16 at the time. It was definitely very scary. I've had a couple brain surgeries. I've been on 10 years of Avastin and phase 1 medical trials. I am also deaf in my right ear. Sometimes it's like difficult. I know this sounds weird, but like you get it.
Yeah.
It's difficult like knowing which ear is which just because it's just one ear. So that's pretty much, hopefully going to keep this hearing as long as I can, but we'll see. I also have 6 spinal tumors as well. So I have a lot of pain throughout my legs at night, but, happy to be here, have a milder case, so excited about it.
And you are also learning sign language, right?
I am thinking about it. It has been a 10-year thinking about it process.
But for me, I would diagnose that I want to say 7 months old. I obviously have NF type 1, as I said earlier. I've had about 20 surgeries, I would say, and I am currently actually fortunate enough to be on the mechanistic MEK inhibitor trial, which is working relatively well, which will hopefully, maybe even by the time you all are watching these episodes, will have been approved by the FDA.
Nice. It's exciting.
Yeah.
Right?
So I'm curious with you guys who have NF1. I know you said that like your issues with your tumors are kind of confined to that tibia area. Do you guys ever have to worry about like new things and new problems coming up that you haven't been dealing with?
Constantly.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I don't have tumors in my leg.
Okay.
It's just the condition is with the bone. Whenever I grow the bone.
That's so weird how you both have NF1
Yeah.
and yours is just no tumors in the bone and.
I'm always like, is this a tumor? And that's what my entire life is. I remember, I think I may have told this story at season 1, but a couple of years ago, I ended up, I had a hernia. And when I first originally found it, I didn't know what a hernia was, and my immediate thought was, oh, it's a tumor.
Yeah.
So I'm like calling like these doctors in like Washington D.C. Like,
it was like right here, wasn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I have a tumor like on the neck end of my stomach, and they're like, that's impossible. There's no way it's off the world. I'm like, there's a lump on my body, and I thought I was immediately panicking. I was like, a tumor grew overnight? This is really bad.
Yeah. It's interesting that you say that. Actually, I had a weird thing happen to me. Like 5 or 6 years ago, where I lost function in my shoulder and arm, in my left shoulder and arm, just like so I was paralyzed. I couldn't lift up my arm, and the first thing that I think, of course, is like, oh my god, like it's a spinal tumor, like it's a spinal tumor and something happened. So like the first doctor I call, of course, is my neurofibromatosis doctor, and I'm like, he's like, well, okay, when did this happen? And I was like, well, like it started like 3 days ago. I was having these pains, and now and today, like I can't move at all. And he's like, okay, like chill out, calm down. It's you don't get this overnight. Like these tumors, they don't grow overnight.
It's definitely
it's not something, right? Yeah, exactly. Turned out that it wasn't a tumor; it was something else. But I totally get this whole like anything that goes wrong, it's like this immediate panic.